Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If it's your first time, welcome to the Andersons family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. Before you guys leave, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the conversation that I am about to have right now. A couple of weeks ago, probably a week and a half ago or so, US had their election. And it was something that has attracted the attention of most countries around the world, Canada no different. And irrespective of who would have won that election, it would have mean a changing of the guard in terms of who is the president of the United States. Now, after the election ballots were counted, after the voting ballots was counted, at the end of the day, it was clear that President-elect Trump would have been victorious as soon as they started counting. Now, this is important because a lot of persons has been reaching out to me about a specific topic, and that topic is, how can I move to Canada from the US? Now, a lot of persons in the US are probably nervous, probably scared, probably not in agreement with the outcome of the election, and they're looking into different options. Canada is one of those options. So I'm not able to respond to everybody individually. So what I've thought of doing was to do a video so I can share my 2 cents on how a US citizen can move to Canada. Now, what a lot of persons think is that if you're a US citizen, permanent resident, green card holder, you are able to live and work in Canada. That's what a lot of persons think. But unfortunately, guys, that is not true. The benefit of being a US citizen or a permanent resident, green card holder in the States, it means that you can travel to Canada visa free. You can travel to Canada without the need to go and apply for a visa. However, once you are in Canada on a visitor's status. Simply means that the same rules that govern a visitor visa holder is the same rules that govern a US citizen or green card holder who choose to visit Canada, meaning that you cannot stay in the country for longer than 6 months unless you apply for a extension of stay for different reasons, right? On that status, visitor status, you are not allowed to work, you're not allowed to go to school if it's a program that's longer than 6 months. In order to work in Canada, you'd have to apply for a work permit or for relevant status that gives you the authority to work in Canada. Being a US citizen or green card holder doesn't give you that benefit of working in Canada unless you go through the relevant immigration channels. Now, what are those channels, you may be asking? I'm referring specifically to persons who have been reaching out to me. Now, some of the ways that you can migrate to Canada is through a LMIA work permit. Now, LMIA work permit is what is called a labor market impact assessment work permit that allows the employer to employ foreign nationals in demand skills or labor shortages gaps that may be needed, right? So it simply means that you get that LMIA offer, you apply for a work permit, and that gives you the opportunity to work in Canada for a prescribed timeline. The other option is to apply to be an international student in Canada. No special treatment will be given being a US citizen or a green card holder, to my knowledge. And I probably should have said this declaration from the beginning of this video. I'm not an immigration consultant, not an immigration lawyer or affiliate. All the information that you're getting here is really street side knowledge from my own personal experience and also from research and countless amount of shared experiences from other person's experiences, right? So you can apply to come to Canada as an international student. Being an international student in Canada, however, is not a guarantee for permanent residency, and it doesn't allow you to work full-time when school is in session as of now. You can only work 24 hours when school is in session, but when school is on scheduled break, there's no limit as to the amount of work that you can do, and this is pretty much related to off-campus work. So if you get a job on campus, then there's no limit to the amount of hours you can work when school is in session, and unless you are working for a Canadian employer, there's no limit to the amount of hours that you can work. Simply mean that if you have a work from home arrangement in a different country, then there's no limit to the amount of hours that you can work. So we spoke about the LMIA work permit. Now let me just say, guys, that is not an easy thing to ascertain unless you have specific skill set that is needed in the labor market. Right now, you're looking at healthcare, construction, agriculture, anything in those demand, then you probably would be more likely to get an LMIA work permit than if you're looking for a low skill, low wage job that was pretty open a couple months ago, or a couple months ago before everything changed, which is restaurants, low skilled, anything low skilled, low wage. There was a lot of LMIA job opportunities a couple months ago, but of course everything has changed, and Canada immigration is really focused on targeted, skilled immigrant, right? So international student, LMIA, or you can apply for permanent residency through express entry or through a provincial nomination program. Each province has their own, let's call it, mini immigration streams that allow persons to apply to their specific provinces as a way to fill their labor market, labor gaps within their respective provinces without going through the federal immigration system. But a lot of these provincial immigration programs, be different, are also very similar. So what you need to be doing right now is, if you don't decide to find an LMIA job, or if you don't want to study anymore, you should be looking into the different provinces that you'd want to live and see what are the options to migrate to those specific provinces. Now, when you get a provincial nomination, a lot of the streams are express entry exempt, but a lot of the streams also, you have to have an express entry profile that you have to look a little bit deeper into doing to see how you can be eligible for that. When you get a provincial nomination, you are bounded to that particular province, usually for a period of 2 years, right? If it is that you move from that province before 2 years, then you might have issues when it comes down to applying for citizenship, because a part of provincial nomination is seeking persons to fill labor gaps in the respective provinces. So if you're going to get the provincial nomination, get PR, and then just simply move to another province, it might affect you in the future when you want to apply for citizenship. Outside of the express entry, provincial nomination, international student, and LMIA work permit, it's simply marriage. You can do family reunification. If you have a child or a grandchild in Canada who's of age and has enough money, then they can file for you as their parent or grandparent to come and live in Canada permanently. But there's no set stream that is specific for US citizens or US green card holders. I know a lot of persons right now have been reaching out, not just to me, but have been reaching out to many different persons and different ways that they can move to Canada from the US, right? So these are just some of the ways that you guys can definitely make the switch, but it is not a walk in the park. And as I said, being a US citizen doesn't give you any additional points, doesn't give you any additional bonus when it comes on to applying to move to Canada, pretty much, right? Now, I have never visited the States before, and I don't know much about American immigration system, if I'm being totally honest, but I can definitely see an uptick of Americans who are looking into other options of moving from that particular country to different parts of the world. I can't say I know why. I have never been in a space where I understand the political arena, for a better term. I try to avoid politics at all costs, but there definitely seems to be an uptick of persons who are looking into moving from the US to Canada. So let me know underneath this video, guys, what are some of the reasons why you would move from the US to Canada, if it is that you are one of those persons who are thinking of moving from the US, or if you are watching this from Canada, what do you think, or do you think US citizens or green card holders should be moving to Canada or should be looking to move into Canada? And how do you think that would impact both countries, whether be it positive or negative? Do you think it will have any added impact on the US economy or on the Canadian economy? Or is it just a bunch of smoke that's going to clear up after a couple of weeks, or probably even after a couple of months? Let me know in the comment section, guys. I'm really interested to hear your feedback And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please take a second, hit that subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and let your thoughts be known in the comment section. Until next time, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.